And in fact, this decision's gotten harder as it's gotten closer, because I may be stepping away from being Australia's next foreign minister. But I think, much like Bill Shorten, I'm doing it for my career reasons, to go in a different direction. There'll be some regrets if Peter wins and I'm watching somebody else be sworn in as Australia's next foreign minister. But I think those pressures we talked about at the top of the interview that Australian households are feeling, they're feeling that. And under Peter, they're going to get a very clear choice. He's not running a small target strategy. He's offering people a different choice in terms of our energy markets with zero emissions nuclear, but they also see a strong leader.
After serving 17 years in politics, Simon Birmingham, the outgoing coalition senator and former finance minister, has announced his next move. Birmingham, known for his significant roles during the Morrison government, will transition into a key position at ANZ Bank in February next year. The bank made the announcement on Thursday, confirming that Birmingham will take on the role of head of Asia-Pacific engagement, in addition to chairing ANZ's South Australian operations. Birmingham's political career saw him navigate through turbulent economic times, particularly during the pandemic. As finance minister, he played a crucial role during the height of the pandemic, dealing with the financial fallout and the global economic turmoil. Now, stepping out of Parliament, he is poised to bring his political and economic expertise to the financial sector, where he will focus on strengthening ANZ's relationships and capital flows with countries in the Asia-Pacific region. His role as chairman for the South Australian operations of ANZ will have him overseeing the bank's operations in his home state, which includes institutional, commercial, and retail businesses. Birmingham's deep-rooted ties to South Australia and his understanding of its economy are expected to further ANZ's objectives in the state. Birmingham, who was first elected to represent South Australia in 2007, has held various portfolios, including trade, finance, and education. He recently announced his retirement from politics, and his new role at ANZ marks the next chapter in his career. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese praised Birmingham's dedication to his work and leadership. He has very broad respect across the Parliament, Albanese said, emphasising the senator's integrity and collaborative spirit. Birmingham's reputation extends across both major political parties, with colleagues from all sides acknowledging his professionalism and contributions to Australian politics. As Birmingham transitions into his role at ANZ, the bank's CEO, Shane Elliott, highlighted his vast experience in trade, investment, and the Asia-Pacific region as valuable assets for the financial institution. Simon Birmingham has had a distinguished career as a senator and Australian cabinet minister, Elliott said, adding that Birmingham's knowledge of South Australia would enable ANZ to enhance its support for local customers and the state's economy. However, Birmingham's move to the private sector also comes amid a developing investigation by the Australian Securities and Investments Commission, ASIC, into potential market manipulation by ANZ traders during a $14 billion bond raising for the federal government's debt agency. Despite this ongoing probe, Birmingham's appointment is expected to help steer ANZ through challenging times and further solidify the bank's presence in the region.
Working together as comprehensive strategic partners, I am confident that Australia and Vietnam can rise to meet the challenges of today and tomorrow.
In another story making headlines, Prime Minister Anthony Albanese is facing scrutiny for spending $62,000 on flowers and a musical performance for world leaders at a summit earlier this year. The lavish spending was revealed through Freedom of Information documents, detailing an $18,000 floral arrangement and a $44,000 performance by singer Jess Mauboy for the 50th ASEAN Summit held in Melbourne in March. The dinner event, which took place during the summit, saw 11 prime ministers, presidents, and sultans from ASEAN countries attending. Despite Australia's close ties with ASEAN, it is not a member of the organisation but rather a comprehensive strategic partner. Opposition members have criticised the expenditure, with Waste spokesperson James Stevens calling the floral expense remarkable and insulting, particularly amid ongoing cost-of-living concerns in the country. Albo's flower power has cost taxpayers more than $60,000 in the middle of a cost-of-living crisis, Stevens remarked, highlighting the disconnect between the government's lavish spending and the financial struggles faced by everyday Australians. In defence, the Prime Minister's office has maintained that the spending was consistent with similar past events. The office pointed to the economic significance of the ASEAN nations to Australia, noting that two-way trade between Australia and ASEAN countries reached $183.4 billion last year. Moreover, the expenditure for the summit was said to be in line with the costs of comparable major events, such as the 2018 ASEAN-Australia Special Summit in Sydney. The floral arrangements included an elaborate $7,000 centerpiece for the dining table, as well as additional decorations for the leaders' dinner. The singer Jess Mauboy, a renowned ARIA Award winner, performed at the event, which was considered a major occasion for commemorating Australia's relations with ASEAN. Mauboy expressed her gratitude for the opportunity to perform, acknowledging the significance of the summit in strengthening bilateral ties. Further details on the costs also revealed additional expenditures, such as the $41,000 for hiring the National Gallery of Victoria and $13,600 for food and drinks. These costs have sparked further debate over the appropriateness of such spending in the context of public financial constraints. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Aussie Pulse. Make sure to subscribe for more news updates and analysis on key events shaping the nation. We'll catch you next time with more stories that matter.